everyone, it's Sal here. Welcome back to another perfume video. So in today's video, I'm really excited to be telling you guys about a fantastic dupe I found for a really expensive high-end niche fragrance. So the fragrances I'm talking about today, we've got Viva the original, and we have Gran Ballo from Xerjoff. Now I was really tempted by this Xerjoff fragrance. I actually was very close to purchasing it. I wanted to make the most of Demi Rawlings' promotion she had on. It was to use her code and get a free hair mist and get 10% off. So I was really close to purchasing this because I wanted the free hair mist and I thought this fragrance would be just stunning. But I decided actually not to go ahead with it, and I'll explain why in a minute. So this is a beautiful fragrance. I'm going to spray Gran Ballo on this wrist here, and in a minute I'll spray Viva on the other wrist just to give you guys a comparison. But this is without a doubt a stunning fragrance. In Gran Ballo we have prominent notes of honeysuckle, we have caramel, and we have gardenia as well. So initially I was just gonna blind buy this fragrance, but then I decided to order a sample first because it's a lot of money at the end of the day and I wanted to be 100% sure that I loved it before I went ahead and bought it. So this is the sample that I got from Notino. And upon the first spray, I was blown away, you guys. Like, my first impressions of the scent were incredible. I was really certain that I was going to end up purchasing a full bottle. But as the fragrance developed, I kind of found myself getting a little bit tired of the like sweet caramel quality that the scent has. It's beautiful, but I kind of realised it wasn't for me. And I also realised that it reminded me of something else. So Gran Ballo, without a doubt, reminded me of Viva La Juicy. Now I'd heard, I'd heard that these fragrances are kind of similar, but I kind of thought, how can that be possible when this is around about 20 to 30 pounds for 50 ml, and of course the Xerjoff ones are about 200 pounds for a large bottle, so they're vastly different with regards to the price. But in the far dry down of this fragrance, I was really very strongly being reminded of the Viva La Juicy fragrances. So I decided just to go ahead and order this original one so that I could do a proper comparison for you and let you know just how similar I think they actually are. Something really interesting about these fragrances, you guys, is just how similar the notes are as well. So if you have a look on Fragrantica, you'll see that these two fragrances share a lot of the same notes. So in both of these fragrances you have gardenia, honeysuckle and caramel, and to be honest those are the three notes that I really quite strongly pick up on in both of them. So upon the first spray I would say they don't smell completely alike upon the first spray. So Gran Ballo is very much straight into that smooth, rounded, dripping caramel, honeysuckle kind of scent, whereas Viva La Juicy opens a little bit fruitier. I believe there's some berries or something like that. So in the first 15 minutes to half an hour you do definitely get that fruity touch to this fragrance here. You just don't really get that in Gran Ballo because it doesn't have those same notes. So there's like a berry fruitiness in this fragrance, as well as that sweetness, the caramel notes, perhaps some florals, and like I say, upon the first spray they don't smell identical. However, in the far dry down of these fragrances, you guys, they smell very alike. And honestly, I was quite shocked at this because of course the price difference is so vast, and normally I'm really picky when it comes to cheap fragrances. I would never have normally bought this one, for example. I decided to go ahead and purchase it because it really, the Gran Ballo really reminded me of it, and I thought I would just save my money and buy this one instead. But in the far dry down, these two fragrances to me smell very similar. They're not identical, so they're not 100% the same, but they smell to me about 90 to 95% the same. The main differences between these two fragrances, which I detect, is the fact that Viva La Juicy is a lighter scent, it's not as deep, it's not as rich, and I don't think it has quite as good lasting power. But that's really the main difference, you guys. Like, the smell itself is 90 to 95% the same. And like, for me personally, I'm not at a place where I can just, ignore that and then still buy the most expensive fragrance. Like, I would rather just save my money and purchase this one because I love the bottle as well. I think it's a really cute fragrance, and much better value for money. You get more or less the same sort of style of scent for a fraction of the price. They are truly very, very similar. However, I would say if you're looking for a very, very seamlessly blended, smooth, more refined fragrance, then I would say go for the Gran Ballo, because it does smell more refined to me. You know, you can definitely tell that there's a price difference by the quality of each scent, so I would say overall this one does smell a bit cheaper, and Gran Ballo smells more worth the price. It smells more expensive, it smells better quality. It's like silk, if you know what I mean. There's like no harsh edges to it whatsoever, whereas this one, it's like not quite as well blended. But you would expect that anyway because of the price. Another wee difference between these fragrances is the fact that Viva La Juicy has that slight shampoo quality to it, whereas Gran Ballo does not have that at all. It smells very much like an authentic, there's a very, very authentic, rich, oozing honeysuckle scent coming from Gran Ballo, mixing with a very luxurious sort of caramel note, and you don't quite get that same sense of luxury from this scent here. But as I say, the overall fragrance, the overall scent is very, very similar between these two, and for me personally, I ended up purchasing this fragrance instead of Gran Ballo, because for me it's much more worth my while to save my money and just buy this one instead, because you get the same overall effect, but it's not identical. The moment this really clicked for me, and the moment I realised just how similar they were, was in the far dry down of Gran Ballo. So several hours into the dry down, that's when I really noticed how similar they were. So upon the first spray, you might think, they're not totally dupes. But in the far dry down of Gran Ballo, that's when I really, really noticed, you guys. I noticed how similar it was, and I thought, you know, I can't ignore that. I have to do a comparison video, and I also decided just to purchase the Viva La Juicy instead. I didn't actually want to splash the cash and purchase Xerjoff, even though I really wanted to make use of Demi Rawlings' discount code and the promotion of the free hairspray. Like, I really wanted to make the most of that, but I just decided not to in the end, because you know, there's other things in my life that I should really be investing in more than expensive fragrances at the moment, and I thought this one smelt very, very pleasant indeed and very similar, so I thought I would just invest in this one instead. So overall, to sum up, you guys, if you're looking for a really beautiful, girly, like feminine, slightly fruity, caramel floral fragrance that's very similar to the luxurious Gran Ballo Xerjoff fragrance, I would definitely check this one out. It's so affordable. You can get this one on All Beauty. I think I got this one on All Beauty anyway for around about just over £20 for 50ml. I think the bottle is really cute. I think it's a really fun bottle, and it looks really decorative and nice. I really like that. You know, when it comes down to it, the scents, in my opinion, were so incredibly similar that I just decided to go ahead and purchase this one here. I'm really, really happy with this fragrance. I've been wearing it a lot recently. It's kind of a mood-lifting, sweet, happy-go-lucky, very girly, feminine scent, and I just absolutely love it. I do think it's incredibly similar. Even if you just look on Fragrantica and see the notes are so incredibly similar. I mean, they share a lot of the same notes, and that's probably why they smell so similar. But yeah, that's my wee review and comparison of these two. Overall, they smell incredibly similar. Gran Ballo has better longevity. This one doesn't quite have the same like strength of scent, it doesn't have the same longevity, but overall it was more worth it to me to go ahead and purchase this one here instead of Gran Ballo, because they were just too similar for me to go for the other one. So there we have it, you guys. That's my wee comparison for you between Gran Ballo from Xerjoff and Viva La Juicy, the much more affordable fragrance. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you're new to my channel and love everything to do with fragrances, be sure to stick around and subscribe for weekly perfume videos. Thank you ever so much for watching, take care, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!